Hello everyone, welcome to you all. After a very long time, I'm presenting the video classes. So today, I'm going to start class 12th Organic Chemistry Chapter 1. But this is the second book, part 2, first chapter of organic, that is haloalkane and haloarenes. So before starting this lecture, we have discussed class 11 GOC. So now to understand this chapter, which is totally based on organic point of view, so this is halogen derivatives, under which the first chapter is coming, that is haloalkanes. So first we will understand what is haloalkanes. But before starting this, in all organic chapters, we will start the chapter like this: nomenclature, method of preparation, and the chemical reactions. So on this method we will start the unit. Okay, but today this is the beginning of this organic. So first we will understand what are haloalkanes. So basically the haloalkanes are in which these are the organic compounds in which halogen atom is directly linked with carbon atom, like this CH3CX. For example, this is methyl chloride in which carbon is directly attached to the halogen. So this is known as haloalkane, in which the carbon is sp3 hybridized, because you can see it very clearly. The carbon, carbon is attached with 4 single bonds. So definitely it will be sp3 hybridized, and the bond angle that will be 109 degree 28 minute if there is sp3 hybridization. So the classification, it may be monohalides, dihalides, trihalides, tetrahalides and polyhalides. And similarly, they mainly show two types of isomerism: chain and position isomerism. But one more thing, if there is if chiral carbon is present, so it might be show optical isomerism also. Later on we will study what is optical isomerism, chirality, chiral center. So if chiral center is not a main criteria, or chirality is the main criteria for a molecule to be optically active or not, so we will discuss on it, because the chirality is the main point of this unit on the basis of the stereo 3D. But today is a beginning, we will understand the basic things. Okay student, now come on to the methods of preparation. So let's note one thing: I am not going to the IUPAC nomenclature. So separately I will provide a video on IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds, in which all category will come, in which we will discuss alkane, alkene, alkyne, alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic amide, anhydride. Everything we will cover in IUPAC nomenclature. So the separate video will come on it. So I am going to discuss the method of preparation. Okay, now the method of preparation, first by halogenation. Okay, from this is alkane, RH, CH3, H means CH4, halogenation, X2 in presence of, this is H nu. This is H nu. So the halogenation comes under free radical halogenation. Means there are majorly 3 steps: chain initiation, chain propagation and chain termination. So in first, what is the step in which chain initiation will take place? So chain initiation means this X2 molecule, X2 in presence of H nu, this will give you X free radical plus X free radical, means this is the X2. So the homolytic fission, one electron will come to this halogen, one will in this halogen. So this step is known as chain initiation. Now what will happen in chain propagation? This is the alkane, for example this is RH, will react with this free radical, and it will make like the H free radical, there will be also fission of bond, H free radical, this is X free radical. So this will make this will make HX, this will make HX, plus again there is generation of R. Okay, and similarly again what will happen, this R free radical will again react with this X2, X and X. So now this bond will break, the free radical will generate, so this will form RX plus X free radical. So both this step will. Now what will happen, the third one, chain termination. What will happen, this X free radical and again another X free radical will make and will combine to make X2, and it might be possible the remaining R free radical will combine with X free radical will make Rx, and it also possible that R free radical plus R free radical will come and make RR. So this is chain initiation. X2 will initiate, it will produce free radical, then propagation means RH alkane react with this X, form R free radical, and this R free radical will again react with X2 and it will produce X free radical. So now whatever will be the product HX and RX, and the remaining free radical, this X free radical can combine with X free radical to form X2, and this R free radical can combine X free radical can form RX, and the R and R can be formed R2. So this is the mechanism: chain initiation, chain propagation, and chain termination. Only simple thing you have to keep in mind. So there is no need of this, but only I have written this reaction. By this method we can prepare haloalkane. So now the next method you all know, that is from alkene. Alkene will react with HX. So this is known as electrophilic addition, simple Markovnikov addition. And another unsymmetrical alkene react with HBr in presence of any peroxide, organic peroxide. So what will happen? This will form this product. So this reaction will comes under anti-Markovnikov addition, means the HBr HX means this negative part, this will be the positive part. In presence of peroxide, addition of HBr is known as anti-Markovnikov addition, in which the negative part of that reagent will goes to that double bonded carbon. This is the doubly bonded carbon. So the negative part will attach to that doubly bonded carbon which have greater number of hydrogen. It have 2 hydrogen, and the positive part of that HBr will attach to that doubly bonded carbon which have lesser number of hydrogen atom. So this is the simple in presence of any organic peroxide, benzoyl or everything. So this addition is known as anti-Markovnikov addition. This reaction will also comes under the free radical mechanism. So later if needed we will discuss it. So the next method is by Grove's process. Okay student, so from alcohol using the dry HX we can prepare the haloalkane RX. So in this you have to note down 1 degree will give SN2, but 2 degree and 3 degree will give SN1. So similarly, by PCl3 trihalides and pentahalides of phosphorus, if PCl3, so the S3PO3, this is phosphorus acid will form, and but in case of PCl5, so directly HCl plus POCl3 and RCl will form. In both cases we can easily prepare haloalkane. So this is also a method. So now one more important method, that is known as Darjan's method, student. So when ROH alcohol react with SOCl2, thionyl chloride, thionyl. So in case of this, in presence of pyridine SOCl2, it will form RCl plus HCl plus SO2. In this case, both the byproduct HCl as SO2, जो कि gas form में है, they will evaporate, they will vaporize. So the remaining alkyl chloride will found in good yield. So that's why this Darjan's method is considered as one of the best method for the preparation of haloalkane. So the next method you can note down, that is from silver salt of carboxylic acid. So this is RCOAG, this is silver salt of carboxylic acid react with Br2 in presence of CCl4 carbon tetrachloride. So similarly this R will react with Br, RBr, this is AgBr, this is the PPT of AgBr, and CO2 will come out. So this reaction is also known as decarboxylation, but the yield is poor, so it is not good for chlorination because the yield is very poor. So that's why this reaction is also known as decarboxylation reaction. Very important reaction. By some names also we will know it, so you have to note down it. One more method, that is alkyl chloride react with potassium iodide. In presence of acetone, it will form alkyl iodide plus KCl. So this reaction is especially for alkyl iodide. In presence of acetone, this reaction is named as Frankel-Steen reaction. Okay student, this is known as Frankel-Steen reaction. So these are some important method of preparation of haloalkanes. Okay. Now coming up to the physical properties, student. So now physical property of haloalkane, they are colorless, pleasant smell, and they are liquid, but up to 18 carbon they are all solid in nature. So the one more thing, the halogen and the carbon bond is polar, but it is insoluble in water because it cannot form bond with water. So means it is a kind of polar bond. Because of the electronegativity difference, this X will gain delta negative charge, carbon will got delta positive charge. So kind of polarity is produced, but this is insoluble in water because you all know that water is a polar solvent, so it cannot form bond with water. So it is soluble only in organic solvent like benzene and all. So next point is boiling and melting point. Important point. The boiling and melting point of haloalkane is directly proportional to the molecular weight of alkyl halides. If any alkyl halide having the greater molecular weight, so its boiling point will also greater. Okay, so directly we can remember it. Now two more points, two more physical properties, that is reactivity and the polarity. Reactivity, you know, so the reactivity will be in this extent: alkyl iodide is more reactive than alkyl bromide, then chloride, and then fluoride. Because of the large size of this iodide group and also having the greater molecular mass, the reactivity of alkyl iodide is a greater. And similarly the polarity, as you can easily understand, RF fluoride have greater polarity than chloride, then bromide, and then iodide. As you all know, fluoride, which is a greater electronegative element in the periodic table, so due to which it will produce greater polarity among this bond. So by this we can understand the physical properties of haloalkanes. So these are some physical properties as well as some important basics of the haloalkane and the method of preparation. I hope you have noted down all these points and also make notes from your NCERT book. So in our next video we will discuss about the chemical properties, in which there are two important points. The chemical properties will come under these three categories. One is a nucleophilic substitution reaction, which is very important. Number 2, elimination reaction, and number 3, reaction with metals. Okay, so in which in our very next video we will discuss about SN1 and SN2 reaction mechanism in very simple method. So this is nucleophilic substitution unimolecular, this is nucleophilic substitution bimolecular. So we will understand these properties in our very next video. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.